Hey dolls, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are good. If you're new, I'm Bria. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and don't forget to follow me on all my socials. So today's video is another story time, and this one I actually got kidnapped, and this one actually didn't know that I was trans. So without me wasting any of your time, let's get straight into today's video. Disclaimer, as I mentioned, this might be the last story time because I don't think I do have more of these type of stories, but if I do, I'll probably tell you guys. So this story time actually happened in 2018, if not 2019, back when I was in college. Most of my crazy story times actually happened back in college. I was staying at a commune, as you guys know. If you guys have been watching my story time, you guys know I was staying at a commune with a few girlfriends, and there was this one girl I was actually close with, which was, I could call her S. S was one of the girls that I was actually close with. So S this one weekend actually invited her cousin over. So it was on a Saturday and we were planning on going out. So her cousin actually tagged along. She's also from the same city I was actually studying at. Yeah, we went to this one spot called Mandisa. Mandisa was actually popular then, and I was like a fan of still is at that time. So I was wearing this one short skirt with my neon green puffer jacket. I still have the jacket. So we went to this spot called Mandisa, as I mentioned, and we were all dolled up, looking all cute. We saw an empty table. I think we got there around 9ish, which was kind of early for groove, but yeah, we wanted to settle in and feel the vibe, scope the scenery and stuff like that. So we're sitting at this table, and there was with this one guy. Me and my friend kinda, what can I say, he was more like a tender guy to us. We were basically chowing his money. So this guy actually wanted my friend, which is S, and S asked me to actually accompany her to go talk to these guys. And yeah, we actually talked to these guys, and on their table they had a bottle of Hennessy and a few beers, and at that time we haven't even bought our drinks yet. So this guy actually offered to buy us drinks, which we were like, okay, fine, cool. Me and my friend after that went to go buy our drinks that we were supposed to buy eventually. So our table with these two guys kind of was full of alcohol. Imagine we were like four. It was me, as her cousin, and this one girl that we're actually staying with in the room. So yeah, we're having fun, having a ball. The music was pumping. You guys know almost how Gqom is. Gqom is like a vibe. So we were jamming to one of these musics and stuff like that. One of this guy that I can call tender, that was actually buying us more liquor, kinda was into me in some sort. He was even showing me his black card and stuff. You know how guys are, they always trying to do extra shit, trying to prove a point, trying to win your heart, which was something that actually gave me an egg at that time. So I was like, I really do not have time for all of these games that this guy's trying to play, but the only thing I'll be doing is just chow their money, because that's what we do to men, because men are not good people. So we're chatting and stuff like that. My friends actually went out with one of the guys, so it was just me and this tender guy chatting up, talking, until he saw his girlfriend. So his girlfriend came around trying to figure out about what's going on, and then this guy said, no, we're friends and stuff like that. There was a whole lot of commotion happening, but not to me, but between this tender guy and his girlfriend. So this girl apparently knew that this guy's been cheating on her and stuff like that. So now in her mind, she thought I was the girl that he was talking with on WhatsApp and stuff. But this guy kind of clarified everything and said, no, I'm not the girl, we're friends, yada 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 yada. You know how men are. And I was like, this guy's not right, because what if I got beat up and got stabbed in the way? So I was like, let me not deal with this stuff. So, and my friends came by and asked me what's up, so I uploaded everything and told them bye, this and this happened and stuff like that. And but now my friends were like so irritated, trying to start a scene and stuff like that. And then I told them, like, man, there's no need. So Mandisa was actually getting very full. I think the time was around 11 if I'm not mistaken, and a lot of people were getting in. Like, it was like really packed, full of students, of course, and a few cute men. So I bumped into one of an old friend that we like to chill, like have a jaw, go out sometimes. Yeah, but me and her like were chopping it up, talking, and then we paused by two cute guys. One of the guys that I actually know from my home city, which is Port Alfred, and the other one, he was cute, but I was not looking at him like, okay, I see him as like a potential boyfriend and stuff. But man, you know, man, when you go to clubs, you meet like cute guys and you don't usually like say anything to them, you just pass by with you. And yeah, so one of my girls was telling me that so one of the guys that sitting with one of the guys that is from my home city is her boyfriend. So I was like, okay, fine, let me not be up in that situation because he's my ghost man. Yeah, bro. So let me not be all about it, because obviously like he's a cute man, so nothing's gonna happen between me and him. Fine. So okay, we were chopping it up with my girl, and then I went to go join my friends at our table. And my friend that I usually party with actually went to her other friends. So okay, the night progressed, okay, and it was getting, I think around 1ish if I'm not mistaken. I was not looking at the time, but you guys know when it comes to like these places that we go to, they actually close at 1 a.m. if not 2 a.m. So I think it was 1 if not 2 a.m. and the club or the place we were at was actually getting closed. Me and my friends were preparing to like go home. We were picking our alcohol and stuff, some of the stuff that we actually left there. My friend S was actually talking to one of this other guy that was also cute. Like most of the guys there were like very cute. And my friend was actually talking to this guy, Kaba. The conversation is actually nice. They are chopping it up like lovey-dovey type of situation. And I was telling my friend that, no man, I think I'm gonna go home because I'm very tired. And we were living like, I think 5 minutes away from the place we were at. So while I was actually walking to the gate of the place that we're at, that guy that was kinda my friend's boyfriend and sort of and stuff like that actually came by and asked what my name was, and I told him, and then he kind of was very stressed out, and I was trying to figure out like, wow, what's up with him. He was telling me that he lost his phone, he lost his cab, so he wants me to help him look for his stuff. And I was also concerned, like worried and stuff, so I tried to look for his stuff. Yeah, but the only thing he actually found was his cab, and that was that. So he even asked for my phone to actually call his phone, so I gave him my phone and he called his phone. There was no answer and stuff. And while so I told him that, no man, since now you can't find your phone, I think it's time for me to bounce and go home. And then he said he'll walk me halfway. While we're outside, my friends were like calling my name. Yeah, but like, let's go home, I'm busy like chopping up with this guy now. I don't know like what happened, guys. Like my mind was all over the place. I was also intoxicated at that time. So one of his friends that I was telling you guys that was actually talking to one of my friends and stuff was driving this one car. Yeah, but so this guy basically told me that let me accompany him to where his res was. And in my mind I was like, like I just met you, why would I be accompanying you to your res at 2 a.m? I don't really know you, and plus this guy doesn't know that I'm trans. So I was trying to avoid those type of situation with this man. So he was trying to like be nice, like, no man, come, like so I was like, man, wait, I really don't want to go with you and stuff like that. He was begging me and stuff. I was so annoyed, but in the back of my mind I'm thinking, no man, this guy is my friend's man. Yeah, but in my mind I was thinking about, what if my friend sees me with this guy and then thinks that I'm after a man and stuff like that. I actually didn't want to be like a bad friend in that sense. This guy was like, man, we're true, let's go. But mind you guys, I actually didn't tell this guy that my friend told me that they were dating. Yeah, but so fine, okay. I was like, man, let me just walk you to your friend's car. Yeah, but yo son, this guy actually opened the door and he shot me in the car. Imagine being skinny and someone throwing you inside the car. In my mind I was like, damn girl, like I'm being kidnapped right now, like what's going on? Like I'm panicking, and he's trying to reassure me like, no, nothing's gonna happen. His friend is actually speeding the car. I think we were driving by a highway to where he was staying. We were no longer going to his race anymore. And mind you guys, my phone was on my hand, but it was on 1%, which was a bummer. I was panicking, trying to call my friends. He was trying to reassure me like, no, nothing's gonna happen, and he was trying to hug me, being all lovey-dovey. Yeah, but just to like assure me that no, they're not kidnapping me, all to find out that this guy only wanted to go home with me and not kidnap me. But you guys, you know, if you're trans, when it comes to these type of situation, you will actually stress out about a lot of things, because what if this guy finds out, and what if things pop off when it comes to the tucking and stuff like that. So in my mind I was so stressed out. And but you know how guys are when they're horny, they thinking all about their penises and stuff. So I was like, hey, let me not stress out, and let me just be cool and see how things will actually go. Yeah, but okay, so we got close to where he was staying, which was his parents' place and stuff like that. Okay, so when we got to his parents' house, I asked him that I actually want to pee, just to make sure that nothing down there is popping, or I want to see that everything like it's balancing, just in case something happens. I wanted to make sure that I am secured down there. Yeah, but so I went to go pee, I think next to his room. Yeah, but and he was actually standing next to his door. He couldn't actually see, so I was peeing and actually finished peeing. I fixed myself, went inside his room. He was staying at a cute nice room, you know, most bedrooms and stuff. We got inside his room and we were chilling on top of the bed. He was very nice. I was trying to apologize for that kidnapping situation and stuff, and we were chilling on top of his bed. We were talking. I took off my clothes and my puffer jacket that I was actually wearing, and I was about to sleep with my wig on. Not this guy saying, bah, I need to take off my tent. And I'm thinking, what tent? He said, the tent that's on your head. I'm like, tent on my head? Come on. Okay, so I was like, okay, let me not be too much and be extra, and let me just take my wig off. I took off my wig and she complimented my 4C hair and how cute I look, because obviously the face always eat with and without makeup, or with and without a wig on. Fine, I was sleeping with my skirt on and my crop top, and he slept with his underwear on. And in my mind I was like, I am scared, darling. I am scared what's about to happen this night. So fine, we actually cuddled. He asked if we can do the thingy. I told him that no, I wasn't ready, and trying to do my famous line, telling him that no, I'm not comfortable, because I really do not know him that well. And it was more like understanding, and then we slept right through. And then he woke me up the next morning with kisses, and you know, most how girls are. I was blushing and shit like that. It was like all over me, touching my titties and stuff. Yo, I was like, let me not tryna be in this business that this guy's in. And you know, most guys always trying to beg, trying to smoothen situations. I was really not in the mood to do that. And mind you guys, I was sleeping on my back. But then I was like, since now I'm on cloud 9, let me sleep on my stomach. I had to pop the question and asked him back, okay, so I heard that you date my girl. He was like, your girl? No, I'm not dating her. Apparently they classmate and stuff. You know how guys are. I don't know if he was lying and stuff, but in my mind I was like, hey, I'm really scared about this shit. Yeah, but I was not trying to question him a lot about this situation, just to be all up in his business and stuff. I think I stayed there until the afternoon, because obviously in between our chats we also took naps, because obviously we hang over, it was windy. And then he actually took me home after that whole situation. He asked for my number, gave me my number. We're actually talking on WhatsApp, because obviously it wanted us to like date and stuff. But hey, I was really not in the mood to actually date him, because obviously he didn't know that I was trans and stuff. Okay, so after that I got to my place. He was still calling me, checking up on me. He was very like nice, yeah, but and I was getting in my feels with this man and stuff like that, inviting me to his place. You know how guys are. I was making up excuses, trying to come up with stories just to avoid him. Same week, I think it was on a Saturday, me and my girls actually went out again and I bumped into him. But we were more like ignoring each other and stuff like that. But you know, mostly when alcohol is involved, so much shady shit actually does happen, yeah. So I actually came by to where I was sitting at with my friend, and he wanted to have a conversation with me, like trying to iron things out, because apparently he was mad that I was ignoring him, trying to come up with every excuse in the world not to want to come visit him. And he was being all lovey-dovey with me, until my friend came to our section. It was a bit awkward because this guy was all lovey-dovey with me, and in my mind I'm thinking, damn, my girl just saw me with her man's here. But the man said they're not dating, and my girl is looking at me very sideways. I'm trying to come up with the lies. I was saying, no, there's nothing going on between me and this man. Okay, so this man is actually not paying her any mind, because obviously my girl lied. And this man trying to make it obvious that he likes me, and there's nothing one can actually do. Okay, so after that Saturday night that me and him and my friend actually situation bumped into each other, he was stranded because his friends went home and he was all alone, yeah, and phoneless obviously. He eventually asked for a place to stay at my place, you know. Okay, I was like, okay, fine, gave him a place to stay. We slept together. He was trying it, I was saying no, yeah. But so after that he went home the next day. We end up not talking where to, because I didn't want anything to happen between us. And I eventually, as I mentioned to you guys, I found out that he has a baby mama and all the situation, girlfriend, kid. So yeah, and yeah, eventually we stopped talking. I blocked him on all social media platforms, and yeah, that's how the story time actually happened, you guys. And I actually hope you guys actually enjoyed it. Okay, so if you guys still want more story times, please comment down below, because I know obviously you guys will say yes, you want more story times. And yeah, I'll see you guys on my next video.